Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday to you. It is the start of a new week, the start of a new week in the Word. And for us, the start of something new with Tim with Tim. That's what this is. I'm Tim Harris, and it's 10 o'clock, and that means it's time for Tim with Tim. We go verse by verse through the Word of God. We're about to finish the Bible, you all. We've been doing this since 2020, been doing this for 5 years. And that's, I guess, how long it takes 10 minutes a day, verse by verse. But we're in Psalm 139. We just finished the book of Numbers, and we've been sort of plugging away, going in and out of the book of Psalms. And I just think it's so exciting to come back to Psalm 139. I just love it. Also, y'all, I'm recording this on Saturday. I think most of you know Monday's my day off. I frequently pre-record Monday just so that I don't have to come to the office on my day off. I often do anyway, but I'm not obligated to if I've already done Tim with Tim. So it's Saturday. I just left the funeral of a 14-year-old boy named Ethan Holder. He's just the best kid. And I don't know, there's something very comforting about this psalm after standing by the casket of a sweet kid so young. Oh my goodness. God bless his soul. God bless his parents. Psalm 139 is such a beautiful, beautiful reminder of God's care for us. How great is his wisdom and his heart and his mind for us. And let's read it together. If you just look at the structure, the first 6 verses all have to do with what we might call God's omniscience. That's not a biblical word. It's more of a Greek word, but it means all-knowing, his omniscience. God knows everything. But in Psalm 139, I mean, yeah, he knows everything about everything, but this psalm is just so intimate and personal. He knows me. He knows everything about me and you. And that's what's just so beautiful here. The greatness of God, but this psalm just makes his greatness so personal for me. Lord, you have examined my heart. You know everything about me. You know when I sit down or stand up. You know my thoughts, even when I'm far away. You see me when I travel, when I'm at rest at home. You know everything I do. You know what I'm going to say even before I say it, Lord. You know what? I don't even know what I'm going to say half the time. I don't even know what I'm thinking till I blurt something out. But how God already knows. You go before me, you follow behind me, you place your hand of blessing on my head. Such knowledge is too wonderful for me. So again, those first 6 verses are sort of an acknowledgement, an expression of awe and wonder at God's intimate knowledge of me. You know, that he knows me personally. It's just amazing. Verses 7 through 12 kind of pick up a new theme and trace God's what we call omnipresence. He is everywhere. He knows everything, all knowing and all present. He's present everywhere. I can never escape from your spirit. I can never get away from your presence. Now, it's not implying that he wants to or that he needs to. The idea is he's just, his presence fills the universe. His presence fills the heavens, the earth, under the earth. If I ride the wings of the morning, if I dwell by the farthest oceans, you're there. I could ask the darkness to hide me, the light around you become as night. But even in darkness, I can't hide from you. Verse 12 is just amazing. This poetic reversal of light and dark. To you, the night shines as bright as day. The Hebrew poetry there is just striking. And it's this whole beautiful idea that for God, even light and darkness, night and day, these things that are opposite for us aren't even opposites for him. In other words, the darkness, the night that for us terrifies and conceals, for us, with God, it's nothing. It's nothing. Night, day, light, dark. It's all the same for him. He cannot express fear because there's nothing unknown to him and nothing that is greater than he is. So verses 7 through 12, just this celebration, this worship of the God who is omnipresent. He's everywhere. Verses 13 to 16 there, to 18 really, but verses 13 to 16 are just so amazing. Just the idea that he was present with me before I even knew. You made all the delicate inner parts of my body. You knit me together in my mother's womb. That's just so amazing. It's just so amazing to know that he knows us, before we even take a breath. You saw me before I was born. Every day of my life was recorded in your book. Now, what does that mean? If God has already written every day of my life in his book, does that mean I don't have any choices to make? Did he already write down in his book that I would have a pepperoni pizza with hot honey drizzle with my wife, Casey, for lunch today? Well, probably, because we do that. We're going to have pizza every Saturday if we have anything to do with it, right? But what does this mean? Here's what I think. I do think that God has his plan for me, his plans from the foundations of the world. I mean, to talk about what God knows and when he knows it is in some ways absurd. It's not like he learns anything as he goes along or as I go along. He already knows and sees my life in advance from start to finish. At the same time, because of sin and because of free will, God doesn't get everything he wants. So I think my life, your life, is a sum total. Like my life today is the sum total of God's plans for me, but also my choices, God's plans and my choices. And I know God doesn't get everything he wants because I'm not always faithful. I'm just not. And so I think one of the tragedies of most of us is that we are sort of caged inside this unlived life. You know what I mean? In other words, there is the potential, what God made me for, and then the fact that I typically live so far below that, either out of fear or out of a lack of faithfulness or a lack of curiosity, or the devil causes me to limit myself in ways that God never intended that I be limited. And so for that reason, that's what I mean. I think I'm often just caged by this unlived life. I was made for more. And you were made for more than you're going to believe and more than you're even going to attempt today. You have no idea what you're capable of and no idea what treasures that the Lord has hidden for you in the path of this day from all of creation. But if you don't get off the couch and go after it, you're not gonna be able to experience everything he has for you in this day. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I mean. We're just sort of caged in. We're limited by this tendency we have never to live our lives, never to enjoy our lives. A few days ago, I was talking to Ethan, whose funeral I just attended. He's a 14-year-old boy, and we were talking about his death. And he said, I hate that I'm going to miss so much. And I thought he meant because he's so young, he was going to miss getting married and going to college and all of those things. But I said, Ethan, what are you going to miss? And I just wanted to give him a chance to vocalize these things. And he said, I'm going to miss strawberries and peaches. That's what he said, strawberries and peaches. And that's when I realized, oh my goodness, this boy is living a richer life than I am because he's savoring, like strawberries and peaches, like just going to miss the sweetness and goodness of everyday life, And this is what you and I don't do because we rush, because we refuse to savor, because we don't even acknowledge how sweet everything that God made is and how good every moment is. We just sort of continue to be ungrateful and unmindful, and we fail to enjoy God's good gifts every day. That's what I mean. We don't live our lives, and for that reason, we miss so much of what he plans for us. So yes, every day of my life was recorded in his book. I want to live that life, the life that God recorded in his book. I don't want to live the life that I create for myself because I don't see far enough, and I don't strive hard enough, and I don't give myself enough opportunity for greatness. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to say I'm Superman. I'm just saying I want to live that life, the life that he wrote in his book before a single moment of my life was lived. Every moment laid out before a single day had passed, before I had a chance to blow it. He wrote this perfect version of my life, and I want to live that version. You know what I'm saying? And I hope you can live that version, the version he wrote before you had a chance to mess it up. I want to live that life. How precious are your thoughts about me, Lord? I mean, it's just so beautiful. When I wake up, you're still with me. And then you hit verse 19. It's like, what just happened? Verse 19. Oh God, if you just destroy the wicked, get out of my life, you murderers. They blaspheme you, Lord. Your enemies misuse your name. Shouldn't I hate those who hate you? It's just like, good. My golly, what just happened? What happened? Did I miss a page? I mean, what just happened? How sweet are your thoughts about me, Lord? I hate people. It's just like, what is that? All of a sudden, this psalm is just shattered with this violent language, just this vomiting, destroy the wicked. What is that about? I'll be honest with you. When I preach this, I just usually skip those verses. I just skip them. I'm sorry, I shouldn't. But it's just such a splash of cold water in the face. I hate him with total hatred. That's verse 22. What is that? It's not in this case. It's not an expression of vengeance. It's an expression of allegiance. I hate those who hate you. They're misusing your name. This is the psalmist saying, Lord, I'm with you. I'm on your side. So again, it's a statement it's a pledge of faithfulness and allegiance, because truly the world is a tough neighborhood, and it is divided between, those who love God and those who don't. And the psalmist is just saying, Lord, I'm with you. I love you, and I'm on the side of those who love you. And you got enemies in this world, and your enemies are my enemies. I'm with you. You see that? It's a statement of allegiance, and maybe he comes in a little bit hot, but it's a statement of allegiance. It's a pledge of allegiance to God there. I'm with you, Lord. I'm on your side. And then finally, the climax, verses 23 and 24. After already saying, you know me, Lord, you know me. This time, there's this invitation to search him. Lord, search me, know my heart. Test me, know my anxious thoughts. The Hebrew word there is like a tree with many branches. And that's my brain most days. My thoughts are just, divided. And I just, my thoughts are going in 1,000 directions. And somehow the Lord can trace out all of that, and he knows my thoughts, even though I don't always know all my thoughts. Point out anything in me that offends you. This final prayer for scrutiny is for the sake of purity. Lead me along the path of everlasting life. I love this psalm so much. I think it's my mother-in-law's favorite psalm, and maybe it's mine. I love it so much. Listen, for tomorrow, let's do Psalm 140 and Psalm 141. Psalm 140 and Psalm 141 for tomorrow, and I will see you in the morning, Lord willing, 10 o'clock for 10 with Tim. Have a good Monday. Y'all know it's my day off. Lord willing, I'm going to get my yard mowed. I'm going to get my groceries in the house. And I'm going to plan for a good week. I hope you have a good week as well. I can't wait to spend in the Word with you. I'll see you in the morning, all right? I love you.